All right, I want to welcome everybody to the RBBS Logistics Learning, Skill, and Earn while you learn freight broker training and logistics training and consulting. Today is Saturday, 10:15. Y'all know what that means. That means that we are having our operational training from 10:15 until about 1 o'clock. All right. Our YouTube channel is still having some difficulty trying to figure that thing out, but we will get it figured out. And once we do get it figured out, we'll be live on YouTube. So we're redirecting everybody back to our old platform over here at conferencecall.com. So, but today we got some things to go over, some do's and don'ts, some things to watch out for, things you shouldn't be doing, and we also got some things on the legal matters that we're going to go over to let you all know why you are legal and why it is legal to dispatch. We're going to go over that too. And we're going to go over some stuff with the auto hauling. And we're going to have some answers, some questions and answers. And let you all throw some questions at us, and we're going to see if we can get those answered for you all to keep y'all on track. Let's go ahead and start sharing our screen so that you all can see.
Good morning, Vegeta.
All right. Good morning. All right. Can everybody see our screen now?
No.
Can everyone see our screen?
Yes.
No.
All right. Are y'all having trouble hearing?
No, we got you.
All right. Great.
I can hear you. You're good.
I'm sorry?
I can hear you. You're good.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. And that way we won't have the background noise while we have the little presentation part of what we're doing. And then we'll open it back up when we get ready for our question and answer session. All right? Give me just a second. Get it one. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into our back office area here. I'm pretty sure you all can see everything. But everyone can see. Can everyone see my screens? Give me a little feedback. All right, great. My colleague says he can see it, so one of y'all can see it. All of y'all should be able to see the screen if you're online. All right, let's go into our back office area. You all know how to get into our back office area. We're going to go into the back office area, into the dispatcher tools area and stuff. And we're just going to get in here real quick. I forgot that I'm on this page right here. Anyway, let's log in. Nope. Hold on. Let me go back to my other format because that one, I don't have that one memorized on my system yet. RBBS transport. There we go. All right, let's go in through here. There we go. Going through here, and we can get into the back office. There we go. There we go. It's all in there memorized for me. All right, cool. Now we're in the back office area. We can get into the back office area. All right. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was, first of all, bad carriers. Let's go with what a bad carrier is. We have the perfect example of a bad carrier. One of our students had a carrier from hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Had a carrier from hell this week. I'm not gonna call any names. I don't want to put them on the spot, but experience is the best teacher. Now I'm gonna tell you why that is. Give me a second here. Experience is the best teacher. This student called me up last week, told me about this carrier. He said, "Hey, I got this carrier. This is my first carrier. I'm excited. Great, all right, great. Let's get him, signed up and get him dispatched." So he got him signed up, and he was contacted the broker. The broker had a good load for him, but the load required a team. The load require a team driver. So the student contacted the carrier and asked the carrier, "Are you a team? Driving team?" Carrier said, "Yes, we are a team. We have 2 people in the truck. No, we are a team." Now, mind you, when the broker ran the background on this carrier, the carrier had a less than satisfactory rating. Warning sign number 1. Carrier had a less than satisfactory rating. Warning sign number 1. All right. The student asked me, he said, well, the carrier says that they have a less than satisfactory rating. What should I do? Try to pull up the information and see what the conditions of the less than satisfactory was. Okay. Apparently they looked it up. Apparently the guy had some accidents or something before. I said, well, you know, if you're dealing with a carrier that's had that type of rating, you might want to be careful, and you may not want to dispatch them on this load. You may just want to look for another carrier. But the student said, well, I think he'll be all right. I said, okay, but I mean, you know, the call is yours. I'm just a consultant. So they went ahead and went with the carrier. All right, lo and behold, they get the dispatch confirmation sheet in. The carrier has the student to send it over to him. The carrier, the student sent it over to the carrier. The carrier looks at it. I believe the carrier signed the first dispatch confirmation sheet. All right. The load gets dispatched. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone give me a guess of what you think happened? Anyone? If anyone thinks they have a clue as to what happened on that load,
they really
let me know.
Really wasn't a driver?
That was number 1. Exactly. It was only one driver. It wasn't a team. It wasn't a team driver. The carrier lied.
So he was the load?
Exactly. The carrier lied, and it was not a team driver. Now, the reason why it needed to be a team driver because it was a long haul, and it needed to be there in a certain time, which means there could be no stops for rest. Well, since the carrier lied and had one driver and tried to push it through, and the driver was driving and without rest, can anyone tell me what happened next on that trip?
He got stopped by DOT?
No, he had an accident. Worse. Yeah. Carrier ran off the road into the ditch, damaged the load. Probably fell asleep at the wheel. Now, when you have warning signs, pay attention to them. Warning signs are warning signs for a reason. Okay? Pay attention to the warning signs. Carrier ran off the road, damaged the load. Okay? Carrier gets back on the road, gets the load delivered. Carrier backing up to the dock. Carrier backs up to the dock too hard and then breaks the shipper's docking plate. Yeah, this was the carrier from hell. Literally backs up to the dock and breaks the shipper's docking plate.
Damn, Calvin.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that broker is going to pay that carrier?
Nope.
Do you think that shipper is going to pay that broker?
Nope.
Okay. Not only is the shipper not going to pay and the broker's not going to pay, they're going to file a claim against that carrier. Now, let me tell you what bad carriers do. They lie. They cheat. They squirm. They try to find any kind of way they can to cast blame on everybody but themselves. This carrier has the audacity to try and say that he's not liable because the second confirmation sheet was not signed by him, but it was signed by the dispatcher. Okay? Now, the dispatcher, this is the reason why our dispatch agreement is worded the way it is. Okay? When it says that you are not liable, when it says that, what does our dispatch agreement say? Here, let's pull it up. This is the reason why our dispatch agreement is worded the way it is. Okay, let's pull up our dispatch agreement here. There it is right there. All right, let's pull up our dispatch agreement. But you all need to pay attention to the warning signs. Okay? If it doesn't look right, feel right, then it's not right. Okay? I mean, that's not the last carrier you're going to be able to find. You can always find carrier. This is why our dispatch agreement has throughout this dispatch agreement in several places, as you can see here, where it says, the carrier agrees, hold on here, all right, here we go. Right here, where it says that license plate, all billing, first of all, it says here, it says that the carrier hereby grants authorization to the dispatch, authorization to your name, who's you, the dispatcher, to act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck. Unit number, that's why they put their unit number in there, their plate number, put their plate number in there, what state they operate out of. All billing, invoicing, and collection of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, consignee, etc. are the sole responsibility of the carrier. If revenue for a shipment or shipments is uncollectible, your name goes here, or your company name goes there, will be held harmless, and no penalty or deduction of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all paperwork, licenses, and permits, and conducts business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operations. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Your name goes there, or your company name goes there, but I'm going to just say dispatcher. Dispatcher will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. Okay? All right. That's why that is written, because if it was not for that dispatch agreement, guess what? The carrier was going to try and hang this on the dispatcher. This is why it's very important to get this agreement signed before you do anything with the carrier. Before you dispatch the carrier out of load, make sure you got that dispatch agreement signed. Make sure that the carrier signed it. I'm not talking, don't have them to send a dispatch agreement, then they send it back and say, oh, I didn't sign it, but it's okay. No. Send it back to them and make them sign it. Okay? Because that right there takes the dispatcher out of that scenario completely. Even though it's not the fault of the dispatcher's not driving the truck, the dispatcher's not the one that picked up the load. If the carrier says that the dispatcher signed the confirmation sheet, signed the second confirmation sheet, which the broker had to send over because the broker found out that the carrier was only a single truck driver and not a team driver after the load had been picked up, is when he found this out. Because when they went to pick up the load, someone at the pickup reported to the broker that that truck was not a team truck. And then the broker had to backtrack and try to make it right. So the broker sent out a second confirmation sheet, right, letting them know or specified that they switched it from a team truck to a single truck and gave them more time to deliver the load. But the carrier, being a bad carrier, and this is what bad carriers do, they try to do stuff to increase their profits, so they tried to push the load through anyway. And because the truck was already out rolling, when the second confirmation sheet came in, the carrier specifically told the dispatcher, you had to go ahead and sign it for me. Now, you all see all the problems that arose from this, all because someone ignored what? The warning signs. Always. This is a lesson to everyone. This is a lesson learned, okay? Always pay attention to the warning signs. Now, the dispatcher had to write a statement, issuing it to the broker, because the broker is filing suit against the carrier, and they're taking them to court. Everyone see the lesson here? Does everyone see the lesson here?
Yep.
All right.
CYA.
Definitely see lessons.
Exactly. Lesson number one is, if a carrier has a less than satisfactory rating, you may not want to work with that carrier. Okay, there's a reason why they have a less than satisfactory rating. There's a reason, especially if they have a history of accidents or whatever the case may be. My grandmama always told me, if you do bad things, expect bad things to happen to you. Okay? I mean, come on now. This is stuff that go back old school. And y'all know what I'm talking about. With the way your grandparents and granddaddies raised you from old school. And they told me, if you do bad things, expect bad things to happen to you. Okay? So the carrier knew there was, come on. First of all, the carrier lied, said it was a team truck when they knew there wasn't a team truck. Then the carrier tried to push the load through with one driver not stopping for rest. People can say what they want to say about those hours of service, but they are there for a reason. They are there for a reason. They are there because there have been statistical numbers to show that there have been too many fatal accidents that were caused by what? Driver fatigue with these big trucks. That's why they are there. You think they just up and say, well, we're going to start throwing some hours of service in because we want to, shorten the money of these trucking companies and hurt the economy? No. They're doing it for a reason. And I know truckers are saying, well, I want to go back to the old ways, the e-logs and this and that, and I don't need nobody telling me how many hours I can run. Yes, you do. You do need someone to tell you how many hours you can run because you don't pay attention to it. Okay? Everybody has that greed factor. And greed takes over common sense. So that's why you need certain rules, laws, and regulations to replace that greed with common sense, to make you have some common sense. All right? But I just wanted to share that with y'all so you all would kind of, pay attention to warning signs. Come on. Pay attention to the warning signs. Everybody, please. All right? So, we shouldn't have any more incidents like that because now everybody knows. Okay? All right. Moving on. Let's get rid of this right here. And move on to, we got where is it at here? All right. We're going to be adding this probably to the back office. I think this is essentially by Mr. Michael Ali. Mr. Ali has a variation of DAC. It's called DAC Power. Is Michael? Are you on here? If you're on here, unmute yourself and talk to me. Mike. Mike, you're on here, but you don't know how to unmute yourself. Help me find you, Mike.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Calvin, it's Charles. Hey, I got that power too, but I found that you can only log in one person at a time.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking that too, but
because when I log in, because I got it from a broker, and when I log in, it kicks her out. And then when she logs in, it kicks me out.
The DAC power is not the DAC, and that's the reason why I haven't loaded it up into the back office yet. Okay. The reason, let me put my headset in so I can hear you better. All right. The reason why I haven't loaded it up into the back office is because I'm not sure if it allows you to have more than one person logged on, and I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, I know for a fact because I use it every day.
Okay. But it's a pretty good.
Now, if his subscription is the type where it's more than one user license, that may be different. So we have to find that out.
All right. Let's get Mike on the line first of all. Mike, where you at? Let me see if I can find Mike. Yeah, you on here. You just don't know how to unmute yourself. All right, Mike, talk to me. You unmuted. Talk. Michael Ali, are you shy? I know you're on here. You can talk now, Mike. I've unmuted your mic. Michael Ali, I am on. I know you're on, but you're not talking to me, Mike. Mike said, somebody says my mic is low. Yeah, my mic got low because I had to switch to my headset so I could hear. So I can barely hear you all unless you all are talking up or you're talking into your mics if I don't have my headset on. Okay. Apparently, Michael Ali is having problems figuring out how to talk on his computer. Either that or he just shy, one or the other. But anyway, the reason why I brought this up is this. Here, let me make sure. Is that better, everyone? The reason why I brought this up is this. In the near future, we're going to have our own load board. Okay, our own load board, and we're taking our platform national. Okay, we are taking our platform to a national level. What you all see on our chat group, give you an idea. This is like what you see on our chat group, how we share information, how we help each other find loads, how we compensate you all for helping each other find loads, how you all get that 2.5%. We're taking that to a broader scope now, but that is going to be a subscription base once we take it live to a broader scope outside of our chat group. The good news is anyone who is a student of ours won't have to pay for this, won't have to pay the subscription. You'll automatically be grandfathered in, and when this goes national, when this goes to a national platform where it's outside of our student basis, for any and every logistic professional out there can subscribe to our load board, but our load board will be an interactive load board, and it will be the type of load board just like it'll be a networking and interactive load board. In other words, if someone comes onto that load board and they have a subscription, and if someone puts onto the load board, I'm looking for a load leaving out of such and such and such, whoever supplies that person with that load will get 2.5% of the load fee. Because everyone that joins that load board has to agree to pay a 2.5% load fee to any dispatcher or anybody that helps them with a load. Do y'all understand that? But you all, because you are students, you all won't have to pay the subscription. The subscription is probably going to be somewhere between $29.95 and $49.95 monthly with an automatic bill to the subscriber's credit card or debit card. Okay? But you all won't have to pay the subscription fee because you all are students of the Logistics Learning Center, and will automatically be grandfathered in. Okay? Now, those individuals won't have the access that you all have to our back office site, where they access how to find shippers and all that good stuff, and how to, access all the stuff you access. They won't have that. They won't have the advantage of consulting. They won't have the advantage of the private chat group, even though the private chat group is now going to merge with a larger network, and it's going to be part of a larger platform. They won't have all the access and the support that you all have. Basically, what that national load board is going to have is access to loads, okay, that we have from our own load board, and it's going to be a networking site where individuals can come there and they can network with each other, and they can help each other find loads and get compensated for it too, all at the same time. No other load board out there pays its participants to help each other. We will. Okay? It will be a pretty nice load board. We are working with an actual load board company right now and they're new, and they are going to let us put our name on the load board. And we have our own version of that load board with our name on it. And so we'll have tons of loads on there for people to choose from, but it'll also be accessible to everyone where they can come in, look for loads. If they can't find a load, if they need a load, if they need a truck, they can just like you all do in your private chat group, they can ask for help. They can say, hey, I have a truck that's in such and such, and it needs a load. I have a load that's in such and such, and I need a truck. And depending on what they need, they will be compensated for it. No matter what they need, or whoever helps them out with something, the person that helps them out will be compensated. Now, this is a big game changer. There's nothing else like this on the market. Nothing. Nothing else like this on the market. So this is going to be a big game changer. But you all will have automatic access to it, and you won't ever have to pay anything. Why? Because you are students. Now, if you decide to graduate outside the platform, when you decide to graduate outside our platform and go on your own and do your own thing or whatever the case may be, of course, then you have to pay a subscription to access the national network, okay? That national load board network. Does everyone understand this? Let me see here if anybody got any questions about this.
Yes,
yeah.
understand.
Let's say it again now.
Yes, I understand.
All right, great.
Yes.
I'm just going over some of the remarks here. Oh, y'all are just talking to each other much better. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Anthony, do you mean the broker removed from the equation? No. Okay. The shipper and the trucker can connect with each other. Yep. Yes. All right, great. All right, but that's what's coming up. It's not going to be like next week or week after next. It's probably going to be about 3 or 4 weeks from now. But we are working on that. We are working on that. We will be bringing that to you all here in the near future, and so it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. So we'll get started on that. All right. Some of the other stuff that we needed to go over today was auto hauling. Okay. Now, does everyone, for those of you who say you're having problems with the auto hauling, all right, with auto hauling, we are not going to be using central dispatch to start off. This is what we're going to be using. Let's find our auto hauling site here. There we go. This is what we're going to be using, and we've got some other ones too that we're going to be adding. Someone sent me a whole bunch of auto haul search sites to search for cars and to search for not just cars but the auto haulers and for people that need auto haulers for customers. So we got quite a few others that we're going to be adding. But primarily what we are doing now, and we will have your auto haul dispatch agreement ready this week. It will be sent out to you all. Everyone will have it by Thursday. It will be sent out probably on Wednesday, but everyone will have it by Thursday, the auto haul dispatch agreement. We're finishing that up, and you all will have that by Thursday of this coming week. Okay? And that dispatch agreement will be called for us getting 20%. It will call for the carriers to be paid at the drop. Carriers will get paid when they drop off their cars at the dealership. So carriers won't have to wait to get paid. The dealership will stroke them a check right there at the dealership, and then we will invoice the dealer for our 20%, and we will be getting 20% of each one of those loads. And that's how that's going to work. Okay? It's going to bring us a lot more business quicker because carriers will be paid faster. Carriers will get paid on average about 40% more money than they're normally used to looking at. Because before, remember, the brokers take about half of whatever that load is, and then they give the carrier the other half. So carriers are normally looking at, if they're looking at a full load, if they're looking at a load of cars that's anywhere from 7 cars and up, they're normally looking at about $150 to $175 a car. With us, they'll be looking at somewhere between $200 and $350, sometimes even $400 a car. And that's a big difference. Big difference in paycheck. That's the difference between a $5,000 load and a $9,000 load. That's a lot of money, okay, for the carrier. So this is what's going to cause carriers to migrate to us versus other loads that they have available to them, okay? But this is the site we're going to be using to start off with, this and a couple of other sites that I'm going to be adding that we have access to find cars and the auto haulers. With this site, if you're looking for the auto hauler, all you got to do is go ahead and just click on your state. If you're in Nebraska, you click on it. It's going to pull up the auto haulers that they recommend for that area. There are other ways that we're going to be finding some auto haulers with some of the other sites. I've got to pull them up, go over them before I start broadcasting them on here to make sure that we can actually use them. But I am going to be I'm going to be putting those in this week as well. A lot of you are probably saying, well, again, how do we find the cars? How do we get the contracts? We're going to be contacting used car dealers because they are the biggest movers. They are the biggest movers of autos in the United States. Okay, that's where most of your auto moves come from. Yeah, you have some every now and then that you'll get, and you can find some on U-Ship, where someone is on U-Ship and they're looking for someone to move a car from somewhere across the country. And actually, for auto hauling, U-Ship is actually a pretty good way to find to find the private ones. Why? Because here, I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna just do this, and I haven't pulled this up before, so this is pretty much unscripted. Whether we're gonna go to U-Ship. I'm just gonna show you here what we're talking about. If you go to uship.com, okay, shippers meet carriers, carriers meet shippers. Now, the reason why a lot of professionals don't use this site because it is basically a low bidding site. Customers come here looking for carriers, and they are looking for the carrier that can run their load at the lowest price, not the highest price. Okay, so it's kind of like the reverse of what load boards do, or the reverse of what Central Dispatch does, or some of the other sites do. Now, I actually have a login to this. Let me see if it's still good. Haven't used it in I don't know how long, but yeah, my login is still good. But this is the U-Ship site when you get into it. But let's say here, if you're looking for, okay, allow access. Come on. There we go. All right, find shipments. All right, you find shipments, right? And then you gotta say you get your quotes and all that type of stuff. Come on, it's out of here, man. All right, there we go. But if you're looking for shipments, there we go. Pick up types and see. You have a list of all the things that people are looking to move, and the reason why professionals don't use this site because the bids are coming in, and the customer, of course, is looking for the lowest bid. So it's like the person that wants to make the least amount of money is the one that's going to win. So you see what I'm saying? So it's really not the type of site that is for professional dispatchers, because you're coming to the site to lose money. Okay, it works just the opposite. But when you're looking for we're looking for someone that's moving cars, and I'm gonna show you why this is. If you're looking for someone that's moving cars, and let's see if we can find a car here, something that's pricing type, location type, weight categories. Let's look at the categories. Let's look at vehicles and boats. Okay, cars and light trucks. Look at that. All right, look for cars and light trucks. All right, pull up cars and light trucks. Here's someone that wants cars moved, as you can see here. Now, this is a good way for, as auto haul dispatchers, you can actually use this site to your advantage. Because remember when I told you all, most cars are moved by what? Are moved by hot shots. And hot shots want to charge anywhere from, they're gonna charge you $2,000, $3,000, $3,500 to move a car from Tallahassee to California, from Florida to California. It's going to run you about $3,500 to move a car from and to give you an example, here's a Sanford, Florida to San Antonio, Texas. All right, the lowest bid so far was $1,539. That's the low quote. Can you all see that? Can everyone see that? I want to make sure everyone can see this. If you can see it, let me know.
See it.
All right, great. Keisha Sweden just asked, will we invoice the dealer or the carrier? We got to invoice the dealer because the dealer is going to pay the carrier at the drop. We don't have to worry about invoicing the carrier because the carrier is not the one that's actually going to pay us. The dealer is going to pay us. You understand? Because the carrier is going to get their 80% at the drop. The dealer is going to cut the carrier a check, and then we're going to invoice the dealer, and the dealer is going to pay us our 20%. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. But we're going to pull up this load right here. Now, because cars are pretty much ran by hot shots, right? This gives us an opportunity to exploit this site. It gives us an opportunity to use this site to our benefit. Why? Because our carriers are not hot shots, right? We're contacting carriers who have what? Big trucks. They have those 7-car haulers, 7 to 11 car haulers, which means they got 7 to 11 spaces on their truck. All we've got to do is find a truck that's going that way that has space on this truck. If a carrier is going from, like this load over here is going from where? From Florida to Texas. So if we find a carrier that's already in that space, they're already on that space. Now we can use Central Dispatch, but there's a couple of sites. We go and we post, we got a car that's picking up in Florida and dropping off in Texas. Carriers look for that, and we post on there for that one car, like say the lowest price quote they've got so far is $1,539. Well, our carriers normally put cars on their truck off of what? Anywhere from what? From $175 and up. So if they've got a load of cars that they're carrying, let's say a carrier is running from Miami, right? And he just left. And he sees this. He's got to go up past Orlando anyway, but he's running from Miami. And let's say he's going over to somewhere in Oklahoma. All right? If he's going to Oklahoma, that means what? He's got to go past what? San Antonio, Texas, or wherever this is dropping off at, right? He's got to go past there to get to Oklahoma. So he's on that route already. He just left Miami. He hasn't gotten to Orlando yet. He's carrying 7 cars, and he's got 11 car haulers. His 7 cars that he has, let's say he's being paid $200 a car or $300 a car, right? So now he's traveling already, and he sees, there's a car that needs to be picked up in Orlando. Now, their lowest quote is what? $1,500. We got carriers that's used to carrying cars for what? $175, $300, $400 a car. So we come in and say, look, the lowest one is $1,500. So we contact that customer and say, here, we'll make you a bid of $900. Y'all see what's happening? Can you all see how we can use this to our advantage?
Yes, I see it.
All right. We can make that customer an offer of $900 or $1,000. Okay? And then we go to the carrier and say, look, now listen to me, because we are not brokers, we cannot cut that. We have to tell the carrier, we have to inform the carrier that we are dispatchers and we still only get our 20%. We can't cut that in half and say, here, we'll give you $450, we keep $450. It can't work like that. We have to tell the carrier, say, hey, I've got a load for you that picks up, it pays $1,000, and our fee is what? 20%. You see how that works? Because we are dispatchers and we are not brokers. Now, if you are a broker, if you are a bona fide broker, yes, you can cut that fee in half. You can take, if you can find a carrier that was running for $400, if you make them an offer of $1,200, you keep everything over $400. If you are a broker, but we are not brokers. You all are not brokers. And the way you operate, you can't operate like that because you are not brokers. You can't operate like that in the auto hauling arena. You have to operate as a dispatcher. As strictly as a dispatcher, you can only get what? A percentage of the total load fee. You can't manipulate the money. Okay, you can't control the money. You can't manipulate the money. You can't disperse funds. Now, with that being said, you can have it to where when that carrier picks up that load, that carrier drops that load, that is going to pay that carrier their 80%. In fact, in using this one, we can actually have the customer to pay us our cut up front. Because U-Ship allows for you to contact the customer and say, look, well, I've got a carrier that will pick the load up. At the pickup, when the carrier picks the load up, you pay us 20%. When the carrier drops the load off, you pay the carrier the remaining 80%. You all see how that works? Does everybody see how that works? So at the pickup, we actually collect our fee. Our 20%, we can collect that at pickup. We can have the customer to send us the money right away once the load gets picked up. And then when the load gets delivered, the customer pays the carrier the remaining 80%. Everybody sees how that works. Does everybody like that? All right. Yeah. And that's right, Daniel. I smell money. Okay. All right. So that's how that would work. All right. Anthony says, how can we find the lane with a truck in it for that load? Like I said, Central Dispatch already has that. What we would do is this. Everybody won't have access to Central Dispatch right up front because we can't allow everybody onto Central Dispatch because half of you all don't know what you're doing. I'm just being honest with you. And if we let some of y'all on Central Dispatch, you're going to muck it up for us because you're going to do something that's going to get us kicked off because Central Dispatch, they're real picky. They are extremely picky, and they they enforce their rules. I mean, strict. I mean, when I say they are beyond strict, Central Dispatch is beyond strict because they are a close-knit type of load board. They have the only one of their kind. When you post something on Central Dispatch, it automatically goes out to the carriers that are on that route, that are in that lane. So when you post a load onto Central Dispatch, I've got a load that's picking up in Orlando going to Texas. That is an alert that's going to go out to every carrier, every auto hauler that is on Central Dispatch, and only the ones that are in that lane are going to get that alert. You understand how that works? Who asked that question? Anthony, did that answer your question? Did that answer your question, Anthony? All right, great. So what we would do is we will have a select few people who will post stuff on Central Dispatch and give them access to the Central Dispatch until everyone comes up to speed. Now, as you get up to speed and you show that you kind of know what you're doing with the auto hauling thing, then we'll start giving you access to the Central Dispatch. But everyone won't get immediate access right away. There will be certain people that you will contact and say, hey, I have a load that needs to be posted on Central Dispatch. Now, you're still going to get your cut, okay? If we're doing the 20%, guess what? You are still getting your half of. You're still getting your half of. You're still going to get your 10%. If we charge 20%, you get half. We get half. You're still going to get your 10%, okay? So you're not going to lose anything. You are not going to lose anything. And then I will compensate the person who helped you out with their 5%, and we get 5%. It works the same way as we do with everything else. With everything else, it's 10%. You still get your same 5% when you have a carrier that runs a load. But when the person that helped you find that load, or whatever the case may be, they get their 2.5% from my cut. It's the same thing. Okay? It will operate. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the amount of money. You're getting more money. That's the only thing that changes. But the system is exactly the same. The format is exactly the same. Okay? Does everyone understand that? Everyone understand that the format will remain the same. The only thing that changes is the amount of money. All right. So, starting probably Monday or Tuesday, we are going to start contacting carriers. We're going to start having you all to go to U-Ship. I'm gonna place my U-Ship login in the back office. I'm going to have it where everyone can access my U-Ship login. Now, starting out, we're going to test this by using some of the U-Ship stuff. That's how we're going to test it. I also have a Central Dispatch login and from one of the students who are helping us get on Central Dispatch, so we're going to use that login to find the trucks that are in that lane, and then we'll contact what we do is we'll contact the customers who post their stuff on UShip, make them an offer. Once they accept it, we got it. Then we turn around and say, okay, now let's go and post this on Central Dispatch, right? Find a truck. Truck says, okay, yeah, I want that. I'll pick it up. I'm on my way. I'll come through there. I'll be through there in the next, day, or the next 2 hours, or the next 3 hours, or whatever the case may be. Now I'll swing through, and I will pick that up. Okay? The contractor stuff will be written up on Central Dispatch because that's where the load will be. That's where the load would be technically picked up from. That's where the contract would be picked up from. Would be from Central Dispatch. So the contract would be there for the carriers to see that they're getting paid their 80% at the drop and that type of stuff. So that means the carrier does not have to wait for the money. As soon as they drop the load, the customer's going to pay them at the drop. And we get our money up front from the customer when they pick the load up. All right, we'll do that for about a week or two to see how that goes, and then we will get into contacting the used car sales, which I don't want to just dump y'all into that because that is a hard market, and I don't want y'all to get your heads chopped off. Okay, I mean I really don't. And these car dealerships, they will try and chop it off. But with that being said, but does everyone understand how the UShip kind of works, or how it's going to work for us? Now, all this other stuff on UShip, don't even bother about trying to do it. But all that other stuff is going to the lowest bidder. Like, and you don't even want to get into trying to ship those boats because you can't put a boat on a multi-auto hauler. You can only put a boat on like one of those hotshot carriers that has a boat trailer, and that stuff is going to the lowest bidder. All that stuff is going to the lowest bidder. It is not going to anyone else except the lowest bidder, okay? So you can't make money on that, okay? Not with UShip. UShip is customer-based. It is there to give the customer the best deal. That's what it's there for, all right? But we can use the auto section of it to make money because of the type of carriers that we use versus the carriers that they're looking for here is what? The single car haulers. And those prices are high as all out. I'll show you what, and I'm showing you just a few of them here. Like here's one for $1,800 for one car, going from Tampa, Florida to West Hartford, Connecticut. $1,800, almost $1,900, $1,899. Okay, it's only going 1,248 miles. Here's another one, a two-door. Well, here's what is this? I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's a Chevy Impala, and it's going from Florida to Arizona. $1,329 is the lowest bid. Here's one from Fort Lauderdale to Wilmington, North Carolina, not even going that far. And the lowest bid on it is $949. That's with 3 quotes. Midway, Florida to Dallas, Texas, $935. See, stuff like this, we can undercut this stuff all day long. Here's one from Port Orange, Florida to Stillwater, Oklahoma. $2,290 is the lowest bid. They've had 8 quotes. Ooh. So if we took that one, we came in at $1,200 or $1,300. You think they jump all over it? So you see the opportunity for our carriers, for us to offer carriers good money. Because we come in this and say, look, Mr. Carrier, we've got a load for you that's paying $1,300. That's almost $1,000 less than what they're offering right there. So we can come in $1,000 under the lowest bid, and to the carrier, that $1,300 still looks like great money, and we're going to get what? 20% of that. So $1,300, 20%, that's $130. times 2, that's $260. That's $260 that's going to pay us on that load. That means that he's going to get roughly $1,100. You see what I'm saying? $1,100,000. For what? For adding one vehicle. No, I'm sorry. This is 2 vehicles. Yeah, this is 2 vehicles. This is 2 vehicles for transport, which is still pretty good. But adding 2 extra vehicles, he's gonna get an extra $1,000. When he would normally only get an extra what? $175, $150, $175, $200, maybe $300. But now he's getting on average $500 per vehicle. This is what's going to make it for us more profitable and make it more appealing to the auto haulers. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Does everybody got that? All right? All right, great. All right, great. All right. Does everybody see how this is going to help you make good money? That's the most important thing. Because I want you all to see how this is actually going to help you to make more money. To get you deals that are much better deals, and they keep you actively working. Okay, and that's what this is basically designed for to begin with. All right, but this is how we're going to be working this. And as y'all can see here, they've got some lots and lots of stuff on here for us to go in and we can cherry pick, like the stuff right here from Jacksonville, Florida. The such 2 vehicles, $2,095. Here's another one, 1 vehicle, a Ford Ranger, $1,599. BMW, $1,450. A Chevrolet Colorado, 1 vehicle, $2,395. But come on, I mean, yeah, we can make plenty of money on this. All right. But that's how that's going to work with that, and we're going to try and start. I'm going to have all this stuff on your back office hopefully by Tuesday. Have all this stuff in your back office by Tuesday, so you all can access UShip, and I have the people who we're going to have access to the central dispatch. We would identify them, so you all can contact those people and let them know what loads you have. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably have you all to send your loads into our shared email, or we have you send them over to the dispatch, the processing one. We'll probably have you all send them over to the dispatch at RBBStransport.com. We have you all to send your load requests over there, and then we'll send those out to the people who have access to the central dispatch and have them to post them and get the lanes filled, and then get those loads picked up. Okay, so that's how we would do that. And we will be having some spot training on this later on next week on how and what to say to the customers when you call them up. Really, you don't have to say anything to them. You just have to go on UShip and put your bid in. That's all you really got to do. So you really don't even have to talk to them. Really, you go and put your bid in, and then have them to contact you. They call you up and they're like, "Hey, I see you. Okay, great. This is how we are a national dispatching firm. We have access to thousands of auto haulers. This is how we're able to get your fees lower than what the normal ones you can get on UShip, and this is why our fees are coming in so much more or less." Now, one of the way that we operate is this: 20% is paid at pickup. We will invoice you for that 20%. You will pay that immediately at pickup. You pay with a debit or credit card. Okay? When the load gets delivered, when your car is delivered, you will pay the 80%, the remaining balance, directly to the carrier. Okay? You will write them a check or however else you need to pay them, but you will pay them directly to the carrier. Do you understand? Let's come to yes, we understand. Great. We're going to go and have the carrier swing by and pick it up. When the carrier picks up the load, we will contact you and we will invoice you for the initial 20%. That's how that will work. Very simple, very smooth. Money goes right to the National Hip Bank. All right? So, this is how that's going to work. All right. But we'll have some spot training on that coming up next week. All right. Once we get everything loaded up in the back office area. But let's see here. All right. Can autos be transported in a drive-in? Not really. They can be transported. Autos can be. One or two autos may be able to be transported on a flatbed that has a cover. There's the cover auto transport, but they usually have the auto transports or those. Here, let me show you why they have to have them. Let me look it up for you. I'm gonna show you what the auto transports look like. Give you an idea of what they look like. Let's go to Google. Let's go to Google Images. Let's say auto. Show you what they look like. So I'll just ask that question. We're gonna go ahead and auto transports. All right. Hold on. Let's say auto haulers. There we go. Auto hauler. All right. Let's go to images. All right. You see here what these things look like? All right. This is what the auto hauler's trailer has to look like. So you have to have these ramps and compartments. It's like ramps go up and then it has a cart that goes down. Some go down, some go up. So you can actually stack cars in there. And this is how they look once they're stacked in. As you can see, you see how they're stacked in? You got to have the compartments. And this will be an 11-car auto hauler. You got the one that's all the way up here above the truck and see how it's braced and everything. You can't just throw a car in a dry van, because what happens if that dry van has an accident? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna damage that shipment pretty bad. And you got to have a way for it to come off of that dry van, and it has to be able to support the weight of those cars and how they shift weight and stuff when you're moving. That's why you have to have a special type of trailer to haul these things. You can't just throw a car you can't just throw something like that in the back of a dry van. Okay, it's not going to work. They do have the covered auto haulers. They do what's called the covered ones. Hold on here, I'll show you what they look like. The covered ones look like this. They have covered ones like this but you see it. But you still see inside of it. It still has those ramps. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
All right, so everyone can still see this, right? All right, but you see, even though it's covered, it still has what? See how you have that car up in there? That's about a second level, because this raises up. When he puts this in, he can either raise that all the way up and store that car up top, then he can put another car, put cars underneath it. Okay? Even if and here's the look of one that's kind of like small, but I don't know if you can see that one or not. But, yeah, these things, now if you got a hot shot one that kind of looks like that, you're pulling just one by itself. If you're pulling just one car by itself, it's going to look something like that. But it's still going to have that ramp inside of it. All right? I hope that answers your question as far as why you can't put them in dry vans. All right? All right. George, did that answer your question? Hope it answered your question, George. Where was I? Where was I about to go before we got off onto that? I was about to tell you all something. You gotta make me lose my train of thought. I'm getting old. But anyway, let's go back and see if I can get my train of thought back. All right. We talked about the U-shift. We talked about car dealers. Thank you. All right, let's get back to the car dealer thing. All right. All right. Remember, in finding car dealerships, all you got to do is what? Go to Google. Go to Google. When you get to Google, you're going to put in used car dealers. used car dealers in where? Whatever state or whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for, like say in Tallahassee, Florida, used car dealers in Tallahassee, Florida. Just put that in the Google, and when it pops up, you're gonna go down here to where it says where it has those ratings. This is where you're gonna go. You're gonna go down here to where you see the ratings, where you see where it has the listing of the car dealership. You usually have about 3 of them, and then just beneath that it has more places. This is what you're gonna look for. You're gonna look for that more places symbol right here. Hope everyone can see that. You're gonna look for the more places. You're gonna click on that more places, and when it pulls up, it's gonna pull up every used car dealer in Tallahassee. And you see, we got a bunch of them here. I mean, we got used car dealerships on every major stretch of Tallahassee, just about. But as you can see here, you're gonna find all these used car dealerships, and what you're basically gonna do is you're gonna call them up, and you're gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Dealer, how you doing? My name is Calvin Butler. I'm with the National Network of Dispatchers. We have access to thousands of auto hauls. I'll just call to see if you had any cars that you were trying to move down from the auction this week. See if I can help you out." And they're going to say, yay, nay, nah, I got one already. Nah, we're kind of full already. Yeah, I got somebody I normally use. Or they may even say, well, what you charge? What's your fee? Well, that depends on how many cars you have and how fast you want them here. Do you have anything in mind? Yeah, I've got about 7 cars up in Fort Lauderdale right now. I'm trying to get down here. Okay, well, when do you need them by? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I need them bad boys here as soon as possible. The guy that normally does it, he lost his license, or the guy that normally does it, his truck is in the shop, and he can't get them down here. And I didn't find this out until yesterday, and I needed them here today. So you need them here pretty fast, yeah. Okay. Day is what? Saturday? How about Monday? Yeah. Okay. Well, Monday be fine. And what you charging? $350 a car. Guaranteed that they'll be here by Monday. Man, that's a lot. My guy normally charging $150. Well, your guy ain't available. And could your guy guarantee that they'll be here by Monday? I can guarantee you I have them here by Monday at $350 a car. Now, if you want them here by Tuesday or Wednesday, I can cut that down for you. Maybe $200, $225, $250 a car. Now, dealing with car dealerships, you get a lot of cars, but the negotiations are a lot more tense. You all understand what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Your negotiations are going to be a lot more tense when dealing with car dealerships. But this is not anything that the car dealerships are not already used to. Why? Because if they're used to dealing with brokers, they're used to paying the brokers anywhere between $250, $300, $400 a car anyway. Now, if they're used to dealing directly with the auto hauler, you got a little bit of a hill to climb, which means you got to find the sweet spot of where their auto hauler is either not available, or their auto hauler has thrown them a curveball, or they become disenchanted with their auto hauler. Okay? So you got to look for that sweet spot. And when looking for that sweet spot, sometimes it means not trying to push them. If they say, well, I've got a guy that I work with already, and we don't really have a need for it right now, cut that conversation off. You don't want that to drag out. Cut it off. Go ahead and say, okay, great, I understand. Here's what I do. I'll give y'all a call back later on this week and see if you got anything available then. All right, y'all have a good day. Get off the phone with them. Go to the next one. Same thing. Hey, Mr. Car Dealer, how you doing? My name is Calvin. I'm with the National Network of Dispatchers, and we have access to thousands of auto hauls, and I was just giving you a call to see if you need any vehicles moved this week. Same thing. You just go down the list. Now, are you spending a lot of time just making phone calls and you just going down the list? Yes, you are. But what you're doing is this. You're establishing a pattern. And as you call these dealers, like if you start here, you're calling Captain Euro cars, calling Quality Motor Cars, you call them on Mondays. Then on Tuesdays, you'll call another set. Then on Wednesday, you go back and then you call the guys you called on Monday. Then on Thursday, you go back and call the guys you called on Tuesday. Then on Friday, you go back and call you a different set. And then on Saturday, you go back and call the guys you called on Monday. You see what's happening? You're developing a pattern. So eventually, that dealer knows who you are. Because you call them at least 2 or 3 times a week. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Or every Tuesday, Thursday, and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You call them, right? They know that if you start your call at about the same time, you're going down the same list, you're going to call them about the same time each one of those days. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you call Quality Motor Cars around between 10 and 10:30. You see what I'm saying? And Ed Harrison, you call them between what? 10:30 and 11 o'clock. And Legacy Toyota, you call them between what? 11 o'clock and 11:30. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, after about your second week of calling, they say, well, shoot, that Charles Monday should be calling up right about now. They know who Charles Monday is. So guess what? Guess what? When one of his carriers, or he has a problem with his carrier, or he's stuck, or he needs some cars moved right away, whose name is going to be on the tip of their tongue? Charles Monday. Right?
Right.
Exactly. And I know this is tedious, but this is how you establish yourself in this area. In this arena, this is how you establish yourself. Because once that happens, once it's like you're on a basketball team or you're on a football team. You sitting on the bench. You know, players try to sit as close to the coach as possible. So when the coach needs somebody, they want the coach to tap on the leg and say, hey, Charles, I need you in there. You see what I'm saying? Or you look down at basketball, or I know if any of y'all who ever played team sport or if you played basketball, when the coach leans over and looks down, everybody leans over. Because everybody wants the coach to pick them to go into the game. So what you're doing is you're sitting on the bench and you just remind the coach, I'm here. Coach, you know I got that sweet jump shot. Coach, you know Coach, you know this week in practice, I've been hitting them 3-pointers. Coach, my defense has been good this week. You're steadily reminding the coach. That's what those calls are. You're calling the coach. You let them know, hey, I'm still here, Coach. Coach, put me in the game, Coach. Coach, I'll put me in the game, Coach. Coach, when you gonna put me in the game, Coach? you bugging the hell out the coach. So when the coach gets an opportunity and the coach is short of man, who the coach gonna think about? That person, that player that's been bugging him all along. You see what I'm saying? Let me give Charles a shot. He's been bugging me for the last 3 weeks. Said he can guarantee my load get here. So let me give him a shot. Hey, Charles, how you doing? I'm glad you called me because guess what? I got a bunch of cars stuck down there at Fort Lauderdale, and I need them up here, man. Look, it's Monday, and I need my cars by Wednesday. My carrier said he can't do it because he's out in California somewhere. Man, I'm stuck. Dun-da-da. Time you to put that cape on, right? Car moving man to the rescue. Y'all know that commercial? The USA money now, man, or whatever that thing is. You jump into action. Da-da-da. Do your superhero landing. Boom. But that's what you're doing. You're setting yourself up and you're establishing yourself and you're letting people know that this is what you do and I'm here. When you need me, I'm here. That's why I'm calling you every week. Letting you know I'm persistent. So you know if I'm persistent at this, I'm gonna be what? Persistent at getting you your cars on time. Okay? And when that happens, that's when you're gonna be in the money. So now you have an opportunity to take the place of what? His main mover. Because people, what they do is this. People get used to using the same person over and over and over again, whether that person is offering them a good deal or not. Because once you come in and you prove yourself to them, they're using you over and over again, and chances are they won't even shock you. So the next time when he has a bunch of cars, he needs to move real quick, and you tell him 350 car, he's going to say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead. I can't do 350, but what if we do 300? See, he's not so hard at the negotiations anymore, because he knows you can do what you say you do. You see what I'm saying? So he said, okay, well, 300, okay, since it's you, yeah, let's do it for 300. All right, great. Now you got 11 cars at 300, or you got 15 cars at $300 a car, or you got 20 cars at $300 a car. Okay? The carrier gets 80% of that, you get 20% of that. If you got 20 cars at $300 a car, what's that? 3 times 2 is what? 6. That's what? $6,000, right? That's a lot of money, people. To move a load from Fort Lauderdale to Tallahassee, only about 120 miles, 160, 170 miles tops. That's a lot of money for a 170-mile run. $6,000. That's like what? What's that equate to in the normal freight load? That's about what? $5,000, $6,000 a mile. Probably wasn't that, right? So keep your eye on the ball. But this is what we're going to be doing. You're going to be contacting these car dealerships, and this is how you find the car dealership. It's not hard, very simple, right? Now this is you use this method if you want to contact dealers clear across the country, because I could be here in Tallahassee, and guess what? I can still call dealers in what? If I want to say, somebody give me a city and state. Well, let's say
Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia. What's that? FOLK?
Yeah.
Norfolk, Virginia. Look at all the car dealerships that pop up in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia got a lot of used car dealers. Look at all the car dealerships in Norfolk, Virginia. Look, and got a list of them down here too. All the car dealerships in Norfolk, Virginia. Man, that's shit. Who knew Norfolk, Virginia had this many car dealers? All these used car dealers, Auto Expo, Courtesy Auto Sales, the Car Exchange, 7 Cities Autos and Cycles, One Stop Auto Wholesale, Car Pro Auto Sales. Them people out there moving some cars. Because you can bet if they selling cars, they got to move cars, right? You got to bring cars in. All right. So I can be sitting here in Tallahassee. I can call up the people down in Norfolk, Virginia. Hey, Mr. Calvary Cars and Service. My name is Calvin Butler with the National Network Dispatch. I'll just give you a call to see if you needed a car moved. It still works the same. You ain't got to be there. So that means what? You have access to what? Literally millions of car dealers that you can call every single day. So you're never going to run out of dealerships, right?
Right.
You're never going to run out of dealerships. And all you need is what? Maybe 3 or 4 of them, 2 or 3 of them really, to sign on with you and use you over and over again. Because car dealers on average sell anywhere from 300 to 600 cars a week. 300 to 600 cars per month. That's what the average used car dealership pumps out. In case y'all knew that or not. Okay, the average used car dealership moves about 300 to 600 cars per month. That means they've got to do what? They got to transport in 300 to 600 cars per month. Because that's how many they moved out. If they're moving that many out, they got to move that many in. And y'all hold on for just 1 second. Give me just 1 second here. Yes, baby. All right. You want to walk to the store? You want to call an Uber? Somebody pick you up? All right.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Now y'all back with me? Hello?
Yeah, we back.
Everyone's back with me. You can still see my screen, right? The screen is
Yes,
still.
sir.
All right, great. All right. But yeah, you can be anywhere in the United States and contact car dealerships anywhere in the country. Okay, that's what's great about this platform. We're showing you all how you can sit right in your living room and have access to millions of clientele. And all you really need is 2 or 3 of them to use you on a regular basis. Because as I mentioned before, if they are selling anywhere from 300 to 600 cars a month, that's how many cars each month that they got to have moved in. I mean, it's simple math. Those cars, they don't have a hen house, in the back where they go and pick the car eggs up and crack them. They got to buy these cars from the auction. Then they got to have carriers to bring those cars in. So if you've got yourself 3 dealerships who are signed on with you, right? If you got yourself 3 dealerships who are signed on with you, and they're running at least, let's say they're bringing in at least 3 loads a week. 15 cars load. Let's say they're only doing 10 cars on each load, 3 loads a week. That's 30 cars a week, right? 30 cars a week. If it's an average of, let's say it's on the low end. Let's say it's $200 per car. So 30 cars a week times $200 per car. How much money is that? That's quite a bit of money. And then take 20% of that. Okay? Just remember that. All right? But that's quite a bit of money. And hold on for just one second, y'all. Oh. This is that. Yeah, this is that. I go to the ATM, I know some money to travel on. Don't let about the rain, so.
I got my brother. I'm trying to get my keys.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Love you too, baby.
Thank you. I made that the bed. I see you, Shreddy.
All right. All right. But yeah, that is quite a bit of money. Okay, to start off with. All right, quite a bit of money. Quite a bit of money. Okay. As y'all gonna see here, Charles is letting y'all know about his the ebook for beginning dispatchers and the level 2 for the intermediate, and y'all can get that from him. He has those available for those of you that need to learn all of the everything you need to learn as far as terms and the type of lingo and different procedures that go on within this industry. He has an actual ebook that kind of explains all that, goes through all that, and gives you all those types of terms and things so you know what those are. For those people who don't know what an auto hauler is and what an auto hauler carrier is, what a covered carrier is, and things like that. All right? All right. But, as I mentioned before, this is quite a bit of money that you're looking at. When you think about it, you got yourself 2 or 3 dealers, and if they're running just, trying to get this back to the right side, if they're running just, 10 cars per run, and they're running 3 runs, and they're picking up 3 shipment of cars each week, okay? If they're doing just that, and you're averaging $200 a car on 30 cars, let's look at the math on that. Bring out my old trusty calculator here. Mr. Calculator, bring out the old trusty calculator. If you're running 30 cars a week, which is low, which is on the low end, you find you a good dealer, they can be picking up, anywhere from 50 to 60 cars a week. Yeah, you're looking at $6,000, as David Walton said. Okay, looking at $6,000. So what you've got is you're looking at your $6,000. So that means your cut is what? If you're looking at 20%, I don't want too far there. At 20%, that's $1,200. That's $600 for you, $600 for us. And if you were one of the, well, on that you wouldn't have that, but that's quite a bit of money. That's quite a bit of money. That is about a 200% markup from what you all are averaging now on your loads. Because your average load now pays about $150 to $200. That means that your cut is somewhere between $75 and $100. Okay, on each load. Now, to go from that to go to $600. I mean, for a load. So you see how that differs from auto hauling to regular freight. Why auto hauling is such a sought after commodity, because the money goes from here to here. I mean, real quick. But it is more intense. Negotiations are more intense. It's a more involved, different type of negotiations, different type of business transactions. All right? But everybody understands that auto hauling is, a lot more profitable. Okay? I want to make sure everybody understands that. It is a lot more profitable, and we are getting ready to dive into this within the next week and get more into it the week after that. But we are getting ready to dive into it because the summer is coming upon us, and we said that we wanted everybody into this by the summer. So, and that's what we're doing, because this is the time of year, the summer. This is the time of year when auto sales are rocking. Okay, so we're gonna try and jump on it and get right in the mix of it. All right. Okay, we're going over warning signs of a bad carrier. Let's go over this real quick. Let's go over this real quick. Let me find it here. Get rid of this. Go over this real quick. Let's go over workflow. All right. Congratulations to some people. Charles Bundy has found out that it pays to help people find loans. I want y'all to understand this. Charles Bundy got some surprise checks this week because some people who find loads that he didn't even know that their loads were being billed out this week got billed out, and he got some money. From about 3 or 4 different loads that he just helped people find loads on, and that pays. Okay, so that little 2.5% pays. Okay, don't think it don't, because it does. So if you have access, and the reason why I'm telling you all this is because we're getting ready to launch. We're getting ready to develop that national network and load board, and that national network and load board. One of the key components of that is if you help someone find a load, you will be compensated 2.5%. Now, think of this. On the level that you all are on now, we have about 300 people that participate in the chat group. On any given time, at one time, we may have 100 to 150 people in that chat group. All right? Imagine that being 10,000 people. Because that's what we're going from. We're going from a private chat group of about 300, 400, 500 people to a national network chat group and load board. Okay, remember, this is not just going to be a chat group. It's not just going to be a private chat group. It's going to be a national thing, load board, where everyone can subscribe to it. Now, yes, it is going to be a subscription base, which means they will have to pay to get onto it, unless they are a student of our platform. Our students do not have to pay to get on this. Our students, you're grandfathered in. Okay, let's make that very clear. You all won't have to pay a subscription. If you are a student of our platform, of the RBBS, Earn While You Learn, Freight Broker Consulting and Training Platform, you would not have to pay to access this load board and this network. Okay, and this load board network is like no other network or load board out there, because our chat group and our platform is like no other platform out there right now. There's not a freight broker training course or anything that's anything close to what we have right now. Y'all hold on for a second. This is Calvin. No, she just left, heading back over to her place to go car. I'm in the middle of with my students right now. I have a training consult platform, so I'll give you a call back as soon as I'm finished with that. I'll be done with that around about 1 o'clock. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let me turn my phone down. All right. But what was I at? Oh yeah. Imagine that being on a large scale where it's 10, 15, 20,000 people. Because remember, a while back we started what? The social media network, which was kind of an experimental test phase of what we're going to be doing with this, but it's going to be so much more than just that. Just imagine a load board that not only has access to every load board, just about every load board out there, but a load board that actually pays you to help someone find a load. Just imagine that. Okay? This is a load board that and a network that will actually pay you to assist someone in finding a load. So if someone comes to that load board and says, I'm in Alabama and I got a truck that's stuck, and I need a load going from Alabama to such. They post that on there. And you go and find them and say, hey, I got this load right here, and here it is. Take it. It's paying this, blah, 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 blah. All right? When that person grabs that load, because one of the conditions of joining this platform, of your subscription, one of the conditions of your subscription is there will be a dispatch agreement. Okay, there'll be a blanket dispatch agreement where everyone who joins will have to complete and sign that blanket dispatch agreement. And that blanket dispatch agreement will be kept on file, and it says that they will pay any member who assists them in finding the load 2.5% of the load fee. Simple as that. Okay, so everyone who comes to this group is going to be here. Just imagine, 10,000, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, however many we can amass on here. Just imagine that many people working together, networking the way we do right now in our chat group, the way we do on our platform right now. Is there a step-by-step manual in booking? Yeah, it's right here. It's called the David Walker said, is there a step-by-step manual for booking loads for the computer illiterate such as me? I don't know about the computer illiterate, but if you look at your workflow, this is your workflow right here. This is your step-by-step getting a load from start to finish. Like Charles has an ebook. You can contact Charles, and he has an ebook that he has that kind of goes through stuff like that too. So get with Charles Monday, and get his ebook. But the workflow is in the ebook, okay, along with all the other stuff that tells you what all the meetings are in this. But here's the workflow here in your back office area. But if you want a more detailed step-by-step guide as far as learning the terms and everything else that comes within this industry, like the ebook that Charles has is what you're looking for. Okay, and you all should have a link to it right here. The link is going up. All right, but remember, when we launch this, you all will have immediate access to this network group. You all won't have to pay anything for it. Your subscription will be free as long as you're part of our platform. For those who are outside of our platform, who don't want to join our platform, those who join our platform, you all pay a one-time $299.95 fee to join our platform. But those who don't want to join our platform, who feel like they don't need our training and everything, they just want access to the networking, they will pay the $29.99 per month or $49.99 per month subscription to access our load board and our network. Okay, so that's how that's going to work out. But that's going to be huge. Now, this is your workflow. This is what tells you, this is how you go from getting a load from start to finish. And as I mentioned before, you know, Charles Mundy and some others have found out that it pays to help each other out. It pays to help each other find load. So if any of you out there have access to load boards that we don't have access to, if any of you have access to load boards that we don't already have here in our back office area, we have plenty of load boards here. But if you have access to a load board like a DAT, an internet truck stop, or something like that, or something that's, you know, that we don't have access to, make yourself known in the chat group, or send something to our group email, which is dispatch, which is dispatch network at outlook.com. There it is right there. Dispatch network at outlook.com. Send something to the group email, or better yet, go to the chat group on Facebook. Go to our chat group on Facebook and make it known that you have access to loads. And if anybody needs help finding a load, let me know. And also, keep in mind, monitor the chat group from time to time. People come to that chat group all the time, and they're always posting stuff like here. Like you see here, they're always looking for stuff. Savannah to Benore, Tennessee, flatbed, rate $1,200, miles $409, must tarp, niche chain, binders, coils, racks, and nuts. 5 loads. Come on, people. This is our chat. This is every day on our chat group. I just jumped on here and just, you know, reading what's on here today. Michael posted to the chat group, origin to destination, miles, rates, weight. Savannah to Marietta, Georgia, 268 miles, $720, 268 CPM. Savannah to Cartersville, Georgia, 295 miles, $680, $2.30 CPM. Savannah to North Tennessee, paying $2.94 per mile. I mean, these are good loads. Here's one, reload 460 per mile. You know, something like South Carolina to Denver, PA. Ready now. You know, come on. I mean, people, this is what is going on our load. This is what's going on in our private chat group every single day, where people are sharing loads. People are helping each other find loads. They're sharing. You all are sharing trucks. You all are sharing carriers. I mean, you're actively helping each other to make money. And when you help someone make money, you are compensated. You make money too. So imagine this on a much, much, much larger scale. And that's what this expanded network is going to be. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is I need you all to understand and get ready to be able to create another stream of income for yourself by what? Assisting those individuals in finding loads. Because if you can do that, you will make some money. As Charles Mundy has discovered, he makes money just by helping people. I think he called me up and he said, hey, I got money I didn't know I had. But that's how it works, right?
Right.
Okay? All right, but this is your workflow. Make sure you follow your workflow. In following your workflow, some of you, I want to congratulate, who is I congratulating? I am congratulating, and I don't want to mess up the name. Shabazz. How do you pronounce your first name? Shabazz, can you?
My first name is Yajide, but everybody call me G, or G to beat them when we play spades, because I always beat them.
All right. So everybody call you Gene?
They call me G.
G. Okay. All right. G Shabazz.
But it's pronounced Yajida.
Okay. Yajida. Okay. I can say that. Yajida. Okay. Yajida Shabazz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just say.
Well, congratulations on booking out and invoicing and getting paid on what, 3 loads in 1 week?
Yes, sir. It was 3 with the help of Charles Monday.
So exactly, with the help of Charles Monday. Charles helped her find some loads. She got them booked out, got them done and everything. And both her and Charles got paid on them this week. Those were the loads that Charles didn't know he was getting paid on. But see, that's how this works.
Yeah.
If you help someone, and the carrier she has a very good carrier. This is what I mean by finding the right type of carriers, the right type of good carriers and bad carriers. She has a carrier that runs loads. She finds some loads and then they run them. Okay, they run the load. They don't sit back and try to cherry pick whatever it is. Her carrier is running loads. And if you don't need very many carriers like that. If you got yourself 5 or 6 good carriers like that are running loads, now, Mr. Bass, just imagine if you had 5 more carriers or 4 more carriers exactly like the one you have now, running the same amount of loads each week.
Wow, I'm working on that right now.
And it becomes a repeatable process because all you're doing is you're just keeping them running. And if you run them out and you find them loads back, you find them loads out, find them loads back in, and you ask them how many days rest you want after you come back in. They say, well, just give me 1 day. So now you've got a system of how they like to run. You don't make this complicated. See, all these other freight broker trainers, they'll tell you stuff about lane rates and systematics this and systematics that and all that stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I don't get into all that. I don't get it. Look.
Show me the money.
Y'all know me by now. I'm straightforward, and all we're concerned with is how do you make money, right? Give me a system and show me how to make money. I don't need to know all the science of it. That don't do me one. That don't do you any good. All the science would not put 1 dime in National Hip Bank. But if I tell you, you run a carrier out, you find them a load going out, and you find them a load coming back home, right? And you ask them, how many days rest you need? I need about a day rest. So then what? Now you got what? You got your system. That's how the carrier likes to run. He likes to run out, come back in, take a day off, run back out, come back in, take a day off. Now from that, guess what? You can go ahead and book him 3 loads.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? From that right there, you can book him 3 loads. You can run him out, find him a load coming back, go a day after that, find him another load going back out. You can go in and pre-book that you can go in and pre-book him every week like that. Run him out, run him back in, give him a day off, give him another load going out, come back in, give him a day off, give him another load going out. Come on. You mean to tell me with that system right there, you already know how he wants to run, you know how many days rest he wants. Now you've got a formula for finding him loads and running that carriage. This is how you turn 1 load into 3 loads. This is how you train, listen to what I'm telling you, this is how you train carriers to be good carriers. Because you as a dispatcher have to train your carrier. Now, I'm not saying that to be condescending towards carriers, but that's just a simple fact of it. You as a dispatcher have to train your carrier to be a good carrier. Remember that. Okay? Because you're sitting back and you see the whole picture. The carrier, he's looking at it from what? From his truck. All he's seeing is the driver's view. But you sit back, you're looking at the load board, you see what's going on, you see what loads are available, you see what loads are leaving from the area, you see going out, you see what loads are coming back in, you see what loads got him going back, hauls back in. You're seeing the overall picture. So with you up on the bird's eye view and you're looking at the overall picture, you need to train your carrier how to be a good carrier. You need to train your carrier how to grab loads, run loads, come back in, take a day off, rest, grab another load, go back out. Am I making sense to anybody here?
Yes.
And the ones you can't train, guess what? You throw them back out there in the wild. Let them go. Okay? My dispatch firm right now dispatches for 317 carriers. 317 carriers is what RBBS Transport LLC dispatchers for. We dispatched for 317 carriers. Now, in doing that, I probably went through about 1,700 carriers to get those 317. So what does that tell you? I was able to train 317 carriers to be good carriers, to work with what? My interns from Florida State, FAM, UNTCC. My interns, all they do now is my interns, they just book them right from their profile sheet. They pull up their profile sheet, okay, this carrier wants to go out, come back in, or this carrier set up on a dedicated from the Midwest down to Florida, Midwest down to Georgia. He's got 7 stops going down, and he's got some backhauls going back. I need to find him backhauls going back, or the backhauls they're not dedicated. Or this carrier right here he runs out no more than 1,200 miles out. He comes back in, he takes a day off, then he runs back out again. You understand? And then, so when our interns, they pull up their profile sheet, everything's right there for the interns to work off of. They go to our back office area, to our CN, they pull up the carriers that they are assigned to, because each one of the interns have X number of carriers that they are assigned to. They pull up the carriers that they are assigned to, they see where that carrier is at, carriers and such and such and such. If it's a dedicated, all they've got to do what? Is find them backhauls back. If it's not a dedicated, and they see how they're running, they see where they're at, okay, he's on his way back in, that means he's going to have a day of rest. He's looking for something not leaving out today, not leaving out tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. If we're going to find him something, run him out, do what? Find him something, come back in, right? He needs a day off, skip a day, find him something, going back out. That's what our interns do. It's so simple till it's stupid. Why? Why? Because I have them trained. The carriers are trained. They are trained to be good carriers. They are making good money. And they are making good money because they are trained. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that's like having a, you know, I don't want to downgrade carriers. It's like this. You ever see those a lot of the Hollywood stars, and they have their nice poodles and stuff, and they're wearing the nice clothes, and they eating well, because they're trained, right? So they enjoy nice things, okay? And I hate to equate it to that, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now, and I feel kind of bad about doing it, and that's the only thing that's popping up in my head right now. Mm-hmm. But my point is this. Find you some carriers that you can train them to run and keep them paid well, all right? Because they're running loads and you got them on a system and they know how to run loads. But those carriers that's always trying to either, if they're not running the loads, when you call them up, you got to call them up 15, 20 times. You present to them 15, 20 good loads, and they don't take none of them. Guess what? I cut them loose. I'm just being honest with you. If I call a carrier, if I tell a carrier, if I contact the carrier 4 times, and that carrier don't run none of them loads, guess what? I'm not contacting that carrier. There won't be a 5th time. I'm not sending that carrier anything else. I'm just not. So they've made it clear to me that they don't want to run. Okay? And especially if I know I'm contacting them with good loads. And remember, you're asking the carrier what they want before you even go look for them. So if you are finding what the carrier says they want and the carrier is still not taking it, guess what? That carrier ain't going to run no load. Just cut them loose. Be done with it. You ain't losing nothing because you ain't got nothing from them no way. So just cut them loose. The objective is to find the good carriers. Out of the 317 carriers that I have, those are the good carriers. I went through about 1,700 in the period of about 2 years. I'm just being honest with you. Okay? But you got to go through a lot of carriers in order to find the good ones. But every 10 carriers you contact, 1 or 2 of them will be ones that you want to keep. Okay? Is everybody with me on that? And I'm pretty sure those of you who have been in this now for more than a couple of days, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay?
No, I stayed in there with the one-on-one.
Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. All right. Okay. All right. We've got some stuff in the back office area here for load boards and things like that. So make sure you all go to the back office area, access the load boards, and those type of things. If you're okay, maybe access those load boards and everything. All right. If you have a load board that you can share, in other words, if you have a load board that will allow you to have more than one person logged on, you can present that to us. You either shoot me a private text message or a private Facebook message with that load board's link and the login information. And before we share it with the group, it has to be reviewed. Okay, to make sure that we're not breaking any of the rules of that load board. To make sure that we're not exposing the group to anything that will cause the group to be banned from anything. Okay? So let's make sure before we start just throwing out load boards and passwords and stuff, run it by me first so we can check it out to make sure that we won't be doing anything that is going to get the group in trouble. All right? All right, let's just make sure of that. All right? All right. We do have certain procedures and stuff with the stuff that we do things when we do things. All right, so but by all means, shoot them over to me. Now if it's something that can't be shared, I will show you how you can still use it to find loads and still make money from it. Okay, you just have to use it where you have people to contact you and say, hey, I'm looking for a load. Then you have to go to that load board, find that load for them, and you turn around and give it to them. And then when they get ready to do the invoice, they'll let us know who they got the load from, because that's one of the questions that we ask them when they send over their invoice stuff. We ask them, where did the load originate? Who did you get this load from? Oh, I got it from Charles Money. Oh, I got it from Daniel. Oh, I got it from the back office site in load board such and such and such. If that load board is one that you put back there, guess what? You get your 2.5%. If they say that you got it from Daniel, then guess what? Daniel's going to get his 2.5%. You got it from Charles Money, Charles is going to get his 2.5% when that load gets billed out. Okay? So that's how it works. Okay? All right. Question time. Let's get through some questions. Let's y'all throw some questions at me. Anybody have any questions that we're going to have here? We're going to open this up. Let me open up the mics so you all can ask your questions. All right. One at a time, y'all. If someone else is talking, don't try to out-talk them. Let them ask their question. All right. Who's up first? If you have a question, say your name. I will repeat your name and let you know that you're up. Hello? Anybody have a question?
Hi, my name is German.
Okay, German. You want to ask a question?
Yes. Okay. I was thinking about signing up for the 123 low board. And do I need a carrier number before I can sign up for that? Or I was just debating.
If you sign up for a low board that we don't access, we don't use 123 low board us ourselves, okay? We used to use 123 low board. If you're going to be signing up for 123 low board and you don't have an MC number, and just hold on a second, let me mute y'all real quick while I ask this question. 3 low board, and you don't have an MC number or DOT number, you're gonna have to use one of your carrier's MC number or DOT number. But make sure you contact your carrier and you make them aware of it, that you are getting that you're gonna be paying for it if that's what you're gonna be doing. If you're gonna be paying for it, make them aware. Say, hey, I'm gonna get onto 123 low board. I'm gonna be using your DOT number. Why? Because I'm gonna be looking for you some good paying loads on there. Which you are. You're going to be using it for them and for your other carriers too. So, but just let them know that you'll be paying for it and you want to use their DOT number. So when 123 contact them and they say, does such and such have permission to use this DOT number to open this load board, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's my dispatcher. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure they understand. Make sure 123 has the contact information of the person who signed your dispatch agreement and that is the person that they're contacting, and make sure that person is aware that 123 is going to be contacting them, or any load board that you do like that is going to be contacting them, and that they are going to be contacting them to ask them, do you have their consent to do that? Okay? All right. All right, next question. Somebody have a question?
Gotta be kidding me.
Does anybody else have a question?
You hear me? Hi, can you hear me?
This is who? I'll tell you what. Does everybody know how to unmute themselves? All right? I'm going to mute everyone. And when you have a question, unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay? Give me a second here. I'm going to mute everyone. But if you have a question, unmute yourself and ask the question. Or just type it in. And I'll read it, and then I will try and answer it for you. Okay? All right. All right, if you have a question, either unmute it and ask the question, or type your question in, and I will read it.
Okay, can you hear me now, Calvin?
I hear you just fine.
Great. This is Keisha Swinney. And my question to you is that on the load boards, when you're going and you're looking through them and how they ask you to sign up, do the brokers get to see more information than the carriers? Like on those 1, 2, 3 load boards and the DAT boards and stuff like that?
Okay, your question was what now again? If you're on the load board and the broker, and they ask you to do what?
Do the brokers have access to more information or better information than the carriers? Because I notice a lot of the load boards that I go to, they ask you, if you're a broker or a carrier, and how you sign up. That's how they're packaged.
No, the reason why they're asking you that is because it's for a couple of reasons. Actually, it's for a few reasons. One reason is they want to track to see how many brokers versus carriers versus dispatchers are signing up. Who's using their services? Okay. The reason why they want to do that because they don't want to have a disordinate amount of brokers versus carriers. So if you just got all brokers on there, then who's running the loads? You understand what I'm saying? So they want to know that. Secondly, they want to know what they can give you access to. Okay, because if you're coming on as a broker, right, brokers are going to have access to trucks, right? They're going to have if they have a truck search, that means the brokers are going to have access to the truck. If you're a carrier, you don't need access to other trucks. So the carriers won't have access to other trucks. Only brokers or dispatchers will have access to the other trucks. You understand what I'm saying? To the truck search. Right.
In cases like this, when we ask our carriers to allow us to search for loads for them, it don't really benefit us if we was looking for something like the car haulers where we wanted to see if it was somebody.
If you're looking for trucks, no. If you're looking for loads, yes.
Right.
So if you're looking for trucks, no. But see, Central Dispatch is completely different. Central Dispatch, if you're on Central Dispatch, that's an auto hauler site. If and when you do get on there. If and when you do get on there on Central Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
You can come on to Central Dispatch and you can post loads. When we get on the Central Dispatch, we would not be on there as a carrier. You won't be on Central Dispatch as a carrier. You got to be on Central Dispatch either as a broker or you're going to be on there as a dispatch firm where we're going to be. So the Central Dispatch has a category. Here I'll show you. Let me pull it up. If you're on Central Dispatch, Central Dispatch has a category for, notice that they have dealers and shippers.
Mm-hmm.
They have brokers and they have carriers. All right? You would not be on here as a carrier. Well, we will be in here as a dealer or shipper. And the reason why we say that is this, because when you come in as a dealer or shipper, all right, and they ask you to sign up, receive, accept, this and that, they have an area somewhere in here when you're signing up with them where you have to explain what your business is. Because dealer and shipper doesn't necessarily mean you're a dealer or just a shipper. Because shippers in the auto industry, you could be a transportation consultant. Like I have a business called Calvin Butler, the Automotive Sales Specialist, where I work with dealers, right?
Yes.
So that qualifies me to be on Central Dispatch because I work with dealers. Because I do what? People contact me, and I evaluate their credit, and I contact my vast network of dealerships to find them cars. Now, if my client is living somewhere else and the car I found them somewhere, I got to do what? I got to arrange what? Transport for it. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So therefore, this gives me access to centraldispatch.com. Why? Because I can come in here and sign up as a dealer or a shipper.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to be a car dealer, but you, under that term, dealer or shipper, if you work with car dealers or if you work in that industry where you're going to be required to arrange transportation for any of your clients to have their vehicles moved, then guess what? You can get on Central Dispatch. Okay?
Yeah. So for me, if I wanted to start off looking for carriers to try to book loads for, what would be the best option for me who's not involved with a dealership or?
You just find carriers?
Yes.
The just find carriers, you're going to use the one we have in our back office site, which is this one right here, where it says 5 auto transport providers now.
Okay.
If you're looking for auto providers, click on that. And you can look for carriers, look for the auto transporters in whatever state you want to look for. Now we're adding about 2 or 3 more sites that we'll be using too. I just haven't put them in yet.
So is that just for auto, or is it for freight as well?
These are just for autos right here. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to find you trucks in the back office, trucks, you can go to Truckers Pad. You go to Truckers Pad, which is right there in the back office area, right? You see here on Truckers Pad. You go to here. If you use our login, right? You see that?
Yeah.
See right here where it says Truck Search? See that? And then what does it do? It pulls up trucks.
Okay.
You can put in here, if you just want to look for just reefers, that's what it put up reefers. You want to look for all trucks, you put in the any. And you click search again, and it's going to pull up reefers, flatbeds, or whatever. Okay? So you can use that. Okay? There's some other load boards that have truck search. Just go through our load boards, the ones that we give you access to. Go through them and see if you can pull up truck searches. If you're looking at this DAT, they've got a thing in here for truck search. So contact one of the people who have access to the DAT and ask them to find you trucks, if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? Because see, the DAT has a truck search. See, it logged me out because it wasn't logged back in. Let's try to log back in. See, that has a truck search too. If you're looking for any trucks and you're looking for any and all trucks, if you're looking for reefers, whatever you search, you got to put in your origin. Let's say if you're looking for reefers in Texas. In Texas, we got to put in the actual city. Let's say you put, look at that right there, Texarkana, Texas, whatever it is. You put it in for Texas, there it is. It pulls up those trucks. You see that? Got the phone numbers over there. Got the information. Click on it. What company they're with. Whole 9 yards. Tells you, where they're at right now. This one's in Houston. This one's in Pearl, Mississippi. This one's in, you know, you can track them, you know. All right. So you see that?
Yes, I see it.
All right.
I see it. I see it.
So
I would see that truckers pass on our back office, but you said it's there.
you don't see it?
I must be overlooking it.
There it is right there. Load board access. 913 load boards right beneath it says truckers pass.
Oh.
Oh. There it is.
You know what? It looks different on my screen. It's like see-through or something. The fonts are like it's real light, but I see it now that the fonts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may have to adjust your settings on your computer.
Yeah, it's transparent. That's what.
You have to adjust your settings, you know, on your computer.
Okay.
Yeah, but there it is. All right. Okay. But if you need help finding trucks, just go to the chat group and say, hey, I'm looking for trucks.
That's another thing. How do I get to the RBBS chat group?
How do you get into the chat group?
Yeah.
Now you are enrolled, right? And you finished your orientation, right?
Yep, we did orientation on Monday, but
all right. In orientation, remember I said go to Facebook, shoot me a private message.
I got you.
Remember I said, remember, in orientation, I said go to Facebook and find what? Find this ugly guy right here.
Yeah, I'm a friend, but I still don't be seeing y'all chatting like y'all be chatting a whole lot. I be missing it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, send me a message that says, and just say, add me to the chat group. Just say, I finished orientation. Say, hey, I finished orientation. Here is my enrollment email address so I can verify that you are enrolled, okay?
Okay.
And add me to the chat group.
Okay.
Add you to the chat group.
I just asked to be your friend on Facebook. Now I got to send you a message. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, you sent me a friend request, but you didn't send me a request to add you to the chat group.
Well, I'm going to do that now.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself so somebody else can talk.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's get some questions that were great asked here. Brian, are we able to use Central Dispatch yet? I deal with Brian. Where have you been at, man? We've been talking about this all day. I advertise for them all the time. This is what we've been talking about all day, Brian. Some of us can access Central Dispatch. We're not giving everybody access to Central Dispatch yet because everybody has not proven that they can operate on Central Dispatch yet. So see, here's the deal. If I let all of you all on Central Dispatch, and if one of you all screws it up, guess what? Central Dispatch will block all of us. You understand what I'm saying? So, Central Dispatch is very strict. If you dealt with them in the past, you know this. If you dealt with Central Dispatch in the past, you know that they are extremely strict. They are extremely protective of their load board, and rightfully so because they have a one-of-a-kind type of load board, okay? And they are strict about it. So if you go on there and you're doing stuff and act like you don't know what you're doing, guess what? They're gonna ban you. And if they ban you, they ban all of us, okay? Simple as that. They're gonna say, look, these people over there, the National Network of Dispatch, they don't know what they're doing. They don't need to be on our load board. No more access for them. That is what we don't want to do. So what we're doing is we are starting everybody off slowly, operating on other automotive load boards and dispatch boards, such as the one that we just showed you, and U-Shift. And we're showing you how to, you can go back and watch this video, and you'll see how we've shown people how we've shown you how to use U-Shift to find cars. I don't recommend using U-Shift for any other thing except for transporting cars, because U-Shift is a lowest bid site. It is not a site geared to help you make money. It is a site that goes to the lowest bidder. But the auto movement section of it is perfect for us. Why? Because we have access to multiple. We have auto haulers that have these multiple the multiple car trailers, the auto haul trailers. In other words, we have access to carriers that can move 7 to 11 cars. And the stuff that's on U-Ship, those are geared towards hot shots, and the move cars on there, as we've shown you on U-Ship, some of the lowest bids on there to move a car is $1,900, $2,000, $1,500, $1,300. When we can find a carrier and say, hey, we can run this for $800, $700, $900, $1,000, $1,300. That carrier gets 80% of that, we get 20% of that. So we can use that. We can use U-Ship to our advantage and come in at a much lower bid than what those people are normally seeing on there, because they are normally dealing with hot shots, and those hot shots are giving them quotes of anywhere from $1,500 to $3,700 to move a car or a car or two across the United States. Well, we can just have a carrier that's going that way and say, hey, I've got a car for you. You're in Miami, and you're already heading towards Texas, and this one needs to go to San Antonio, and it picks up in Orlando, and I'll pay you $900 just to add that one car onto your shipment. Auto hauler will say, yeah, by all means, give me that $900. Especially if he got an 11-car hauler, you got 9 cars on there right now where he's getting what, $175 a car, or $200 a car, $300 or $400 a car. You come and say, here, I give you $900 just to add this one. You see what I'm saying? He just increased his money, his national bank by almost another $900 for just one car. Come on. Any auto hauler with room on his trailer will jump on that all day long. Okay? All right. Brian, did I answer your question, Brian? All right. Someone sent me a private one, says, I have an organization that needs up to 600 trucks to run sandboxes in West Virginia and West Texas. All right. To the person that sent me this private message, I will make sure I put this into the group. I need you to contact me, 866 Mr. WM. Mr. WM, contact me at 866-973-6445, extension 2. After 1 o'clock today, contact me at that number, and we'll go over this. Also, if you can send that information over to me at training at the RBBSLLC.org. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to type it in so you got it. That's training at the RBBSLLC.org. Okay. That's okay, Brian. I mean, get in where you can fit in at, man. Let's see here. That was to WM. Mr. WM, I'm trying to find you. Here we go. All right. There you go. You got that, Mr. WM? There you go. Training at therbbsllc.org. So send me that information there, and you can also contact me at 866-973. Type it in here, 6445, extension 2. All right, there you go. All right. Get back on the public one here so everyone else can see what we got here. All right. Okay. All right. Not trying to keep anything from you all, but as you know, our network is open to our broadcasts are open to a wide variety of individuals. Apparently, there's a gentleman on here who has some shipments that he's going to be sending out to us that he wants us to see if we can get as many of them moved as possible. They are good paying freight. I'm looking at some numbers. They are good paying freight. He needs a lot of trucks. And they're paying good money, so we're gonna see if we can accommodate them. Okay, we're gonna do what we can to accommodate it. I'm pretty sure you all can if we throw out there that we need someone in the neighborhood of 600 trucks, and they're paying someone in the neighborhood of $6,300 a week to move those trucks, then we like to see if we can get them moved. All right, but anyway, let's see if we can get those moved for him, and I'll be putting that stuff out to everyone. I actually have it ready for everyone on the on our group email that we have, and you all can go to there and you'll be able to see it once I get everything ironed out with this gentleman on these loads. All right. Let's see here. I don't see any more questions. Gotta pick up a chicken feed. Great. Folks. Okay. Let the big dogs eat. Yep, let the big dogs eat. Okay. All right. That's about all of the questions that I see in here. Unless anyone else has another question or something they want to share with us, real quick. Any questions on anything else before we do our review here and our wrap up and get ready to close this out? Does anybody else have any other questions?
No, I don't think I do.
All right. Let's remember, if you are new and you don't know all the lingo and terms and stuff that we use, get with Mr. Charles Monday. He has an ebook. His ebook is very affordable, like $29.95 or something like that. He has an ebook. He has the beginners and the intermediate ebook that he offers that gives you all the terminology, step-by-step guides and things like that. So and that's available to you. Also, remember this week we're going to be doing some what we call spot training, and I'll be making these spot training announcements on our chat group, and I'll be sending it out in our group email, and it will be in our group email when we have spot training. Spot training is stuff that I come up with in the middle of the week, and I'll just call a conference, with the students, and we'll do a spot training session. Those spot training sessions, they are recorded, and they will be posted on YouTube. Hopefully next week we'll have our YouTube live, that software figured out. Right now that software is giving me a headache. I had to pay like almost $700 for some YouTube software to be able to broadcast live on YouTube, because apparently you can't just go on YouTube and say it's on live. It's not done that way because it's monetized. You have to have some type of software, and I paid for the software, but I'll figure it out. It's taking a little bit of a minute because it's something I have to do off of YouTube. It has to do with my computer, and have to download it into my computer and then put in the access key and get the access key aligned with YouTube, and it's all kind of stuff. But anyway, we'll get it figured out.
Calvin?
And we'll start, and we'll get that up and going. Question? Yeah, go ahead.
I wrote a chat to you, Brenda, about the driver's history. How can you find out about their background?
You did what now?
I wrote to you in a chat group about the driver's histories. How good a driver are they, and their status on them.
Oh, you're trying to check the history of a driver?
Of the driver. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Yeah, I get it, and I'll respond back to it once I get it.
Carrier 411.
Yeah, I was about to say you can do that.
Safer Web.
Yep, there's a couple of areas you can check driver history. Like I said, Carrier 411, Safer Web. If you put the driver's name and DOT number in Google, and then look for the Safer Web when it pulls it up, it's gonna pull up in Google, and it's gonna say, you're gonna see it there where it says Safer Web or whatever the case may be, and you'll be able to pull it up, and it'll give you the background of that driver, of that carrier. It'll tell you how many inspections they've had, how many they failed, how many they passed, how many warnings they've had, Now, if you want to get like the actual, see what those warning reports were, you have to pay for that. But I can pull it up in my SIN account, and I'll be able to tell you. But yeah, but when we finish this, and sometime during the day, when I get a moment, I'll look it up for you and I'll respond back to you. Okay? All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. What else about to go over? Something else I wanted to go over. I can't remember what it was right now off the top of my head, but there was something else I wanted to go over with you all, and it's bothering me because as soon as we log off, it will come to me. But again, make sure that you pay attention to the warning signs with the carriers. Okay, if the carrier is giving you warning signs, or if you're pulling up stuff about a carrier and it's not good, pay attention to that. Okay, don't fall into the situation that we had, with one of our students this week. Okay, but just pay attention to the warning signs with the carriers. Please pay attention. All right. Other than that, and make sure that when you all do your workflow, make sure that you send us when you're doing your here's what I wanted to do. I know what it was I wanted to do now. I want to go over this with you all. Make sure you all check this site. Check this on at least once a day, once or twice. Okay, everyone, please check this back office. Let me sign out here. How do you sign out in this thing? All right, let's sign out here. All right, everyone, check your back office site, or without the back office. Check your shared email and your national dispatch email, because there's a lot of business that is in that email. Dispatch network. Here we go. I'm gonna show it to y'all here. There's a lot of business that comes into this email, and a lot of you are not even checking it. And that's a shame, because you're missing out on a lot of business. You're missing out on a lot of opportunities to make money. Because remember, we have shippers that will send loads into this back office area. Here, like Mr. Stephen Allen, he's sending in the dedicated lanes, and says that he's looking for rates on some dedicated lanes. There's a lot of business opportunities, a lot of opportunities to make money. He's seeing his loads, requests for available trucks, 3 reefers, $3,500. Ship load shipping Monday, 6/4 inbound. He sending stuff into you. This stuff is coming in. So make sure that you check this area here. Check this email that you all have access to. You all have the username and password to get into the email. So check this email, because there is freight that comes into this email. There are loads that are being sent into this email, and you all are not taking advantage of it. Okay? And we want to make sure that you all are taking advantage of every opportunity that we provide to you all to make money. Okay? So, let's see. Look up. There's quite a bit of freight here that's in this back office. So make sure you all check this stuff. Okay? Freight is coming in, and people are sending stuff in, looking for either trucks or loads, and that's right up you all's alley. All right? All right. If you need to be added to the chat group, go to Facebook, look for me, Calvin Butler, and then send me a request that says add me to the chat group. Now you're only going to be added to the chat group if you are enrolled. If you're not enrolled into our platform, and if you have not completed your orientation, Therefore, if you have not taken your basic knowledge quiz and you have not completed your orientation, you're not going to be admitted to the chat group. Okay? That chat group, just like our back office site, is only accessible to students who are enrolled and who have finished their testing and orientation. So, if I'm not granting you access to the back office or to the chat group, it's because you haven't enrolled yet. You're not one of our enrolled students, and you haven't completed your orientation or taking your test. All right. So, if you're not in, that might be one of the reasons why. All right. All right. WM, I got you. I will check my training inbox, and I will get back to you. I promise you. All right. With that being said, we're going to call this a day. I want to thank y'all again for joining us. As always, we welcome any and everybody who wants to learn how to dispatch, freight from home. Wants to learn how to book freight from home. Wants to learn how to make money as a logistics entrepreneur. That's what we're here for. Our platform is a one-of-a-kind platform. There is nothing. Let me repeat. There is nothing else like what we have out there. Nothing. Every freight broker training course, there are some good ones out there, but none of them offer what we offer. None of them are going to offer you the tools, the resources, the back office access, and the support and the networking that we offer. And we offer this on a daily basis. Our platform is not time restraint. In other words, you work at your own pace. You stay with us for as long as you like until you feel you are ready to jump out there and do this on your own. And our platform only has a one-time fee of $299.95. After that, we are in a split commission agreement where when you book freight and you make money, that's the only time we make money. So in other words, if we don't teach you how to book freight, guess what? We don't make any money. It can't be any fairer than that. Okay? Our students have zero out-of-pocket expense after enrollment. We pay for everything after your enrollment. If you want anything other than what we pay for, then that's something else. But we give you everything you need to be successful in this industry, and we pay for everything you need to be successful in this industry. No other platform does that. I want to thank y'all again. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you, for coming out and joining us every Saturday. I appreciate y'all for your input. I appreciate y'all for helping each other out to find loads and to help each other make money. Let's continue to do that and keep this platform going strong. And let's make our national platform, once we introduce it, let's make it the biggest thing out to ever hit the internet when it comes to logistics. And let's kind of make some changes and revolutionize what's going on. Yeah, as Charles said, the NDN, that's what it's going to be, the National Dispatchers Network. So look forward to it. It's coming. And I hope you all enjoy it as much as you enjoy our private platform. Thank you all again. Y'all have a great day. Next week, same back channel, same back time. Good day, everyone.